What is the ideal screen time for adults?
Unfortunately, during the lockdown, we have seen that most of our time is spent in front of the screen. So the theoretical screen time or the ideal screen time holds no statement here. But as per the book, or even if we are not going according to the book, I would suggest that ideal screen time for all the adults shouldn't exceed beyond 7 hours a day. And that too, like you shouldn't sit in front of the screen, or you shouldn't just keep on watching something for continuous 7 hours. Short breaks are always advised, like a 15-minute break or an hour or half an hour is advised.
What are the signs to watch out for our eyes?
Okay, so eye is one of the five senses, one of the most important parts of our body. And ऐसा कहा जाता है, like हम सबने सुना है कि whenever a person dies or whenever someone passes away, तो कहते हैं कि उन्होंने आंख बंद कर दी. So it's like कि when a person closes his eye or her eye for the last time, that's when he passes away. So considering this, eye is always the most important body part, one of the most important body parts, I would say. तो उसकी केयर करना तो बहुत ही जरूरी है. And the usual signs symptoms you need to visit a ophthalmologist is redness of eyes, burning sensation, itching sensation, blurry vision, double vision. ऐसा कोई भी symptom दिखे, like, तो please just go visit your ophthalmologist regularly, जिसको consult कर रहे हो. Keep a file with you, all your reports with you, and show that to him whenever you visit him. Apart from that, in the recent times, like considering the global pandemic corona, एक चीज जो सामने आई है is one of the symptoms which isn't mentioned or which hasn't been brought to the limelight of corona is conjunctivitis. I'm not saying कि जिसको भी conjunctivitis है, he or she has corona, but conjunctivitis is one of the primary symptoms of corona. In fact, the normal symptoms or the globally accepted symptoms of fever, high temperature, loss, weakness, ये सब this all symptoms comes later on. Conjunctivitis is one of the primary symptoms. Like बाकी सब दिखे उससे पहले a patient shows the symptoms of conjunctivitis. So it has become very vital to get your eyes checked in this time. In fact, conjunctivitis is a very common eye problem, and usually monsoon season चल रहा है. Monsoon में people generally face conjunctivitis. Redness of eye हो जाती है, burning, itching sensation आती है, and it generally lasts for 5 to 7 days. With proper medication, it ends within 5 to 7 days. You have to put drops and all that. But considering the recent situation, the current situation, it becomes immensely important that you don't take conjunctivitis lightly. Go visit your doctor, go visit your ophthalmologist, and get yourself checked as soon as you feel you have any symptoms of conjunctivitis.
What should we do to take care of our eyes?
One thing that we should do to keep our every time you are stuck somewhere, if you are working on a desktop, on a laptop, or you're watching something on a TV, you're attending a seminar, a webinar, what I would advise is that take a break of 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Just stand up, move around, and go to a window or a place where you can just look outside the regular environment. Just look at the nature, or just even if there is nothing natural around you, gaze around, look at the sky, look at some faraway buildings, or just take a point and stare at it. So that way what happens is that eye gets the exercise. This is basic exercise. Screen time has caused our eyes to dry up much more. We don't blink much, and that's why the eyes get dry. So what we could do is that we wash our eyes, and by washing our eyes, I don't mean splashing water in the eyes. Never do that. That is harmful for your eye. every time a doctor or anyone suggests that you need to clean your eyes, don't just splash water into your eyes. Just scoop some water in your palm, in your, like, make a cup in your palm and just immerse your eye in that and blink out. That way your eye would get cleaned and it would get the wetness that the eye wouldn't stay dry. Splashing water in the eye might be a good option for a moment, but for a longer time it's harmful for the eyes. So two basic much. One another exercise for eyes is blinking. We don't blink as much as we should. Nobody does, because the environment is such that we are always sitting inside an air conditioned office. Our workspace is such that there is no dust flying, so that you don't need to blink much, and that causes dryness of the eye. So what you could do is just sit back, relax, and blink your eyes for a minute or so. That is the best exercise for eye.
Is it advisable to invest in eye products available in the market?
Out in the market is blue screen guard. Not the exact screen guard that we use on our phone covers or anything. There used to be a blue glass cover which you could just put it on your screen so that your eyes don't get affected by the brightness of the screen. So that is one of the products which is helpful, which is effective, and is recommended by doctors too. And in the recent times, even the glasses that you anti-glare sunglasses, even the sunglasses or the normal reading glasses that you use have the feature. The glasses have the feature of this blue screen, or avoiding the blue glaze from the screen. So yeah, that is something that is advised. If you could just put a screen cover or the blue screen against your the regular monitor screen or laptop screen, if you are using the screen on an elongated basis, you can use that. On And if I would be breaking a myth, then there are certain apps in the market on the mobiles which say, or which boast that they would reduce the blue glaze from the screen. That isn't effective to the point. Even like the night mode has come around. The different operating systems have been giving the night mode, which reduces the screen tone to warm white or the yellowish white tone. That too is effective or helpful in reducing the glaze from your screen. But the most recommended product or the most recommended solution for this would be using this blue screen.
What are the reasons we get a defect in the eye?
Three reasons for the ciliary muscles not to work. One of them is by birth defect, or by birth not proper functioning of the muscles. And that is the reason we see young children or infants having problem with their vision. If the problem arises at a young elder level, like if the child grows up and he or she is of age of at an age of 5 7 years or 10 years, and then he or she has visual impairment, that is because of increased screen time. Your eye, as mentioned before, is not used to watching something at a very near distance, and that's why the ciliary muscle doesn't get the required contraction and relaxation maximum. That's why it gets rigid in certain position, and that's why you get visual impairment. And the third reason, what we term as presbyopia in ophthalmic field, or normal, अगर normal language में बोले तो जो बेताला के numbers बोला जाता है, the ones which come after an age of 40, that is because the ciliary muscles get tired. The movement of ciliary muscles starts reduces because of the age factor, and that's why you get this presbyopic numbers. So there are three main reasons to get this numbers or visual impairment: due to birth defect, due to improper increased screen time or improper eye exercise, and due to age issues.
Any parting notes for our viewers?
reduce your screen time, that would be the best thing. But that is ideally not possible. I understand that. Even I spend most of my time looking at a screen. So what I would suggest is take breaks, take short breaks between the working hours. If you are sitting in the front of a screen for an hour, take a brief gap for 5 minutes or so. Just do anything else rather than staring at the screen. And by taking a break, I don't mean that if you're working on a laptop, you just shut your laptop down and pick up your phone. That would again be having increasing your screen time only. Just take a break of 5 minutes, talk to someone, or just get a drink water or whatever. Use that break to, second tip would be use that break to look at the distance objects. As I advised earlier, distance viewing is one of the best exercises anyone can do. Third tip I would give is the increased screen time or increased uh, constant watching using our eyes has increased the dryness of our eyes, or what we call computer vision syndrome. So for that, use lubricating drops if prescribed by your doctor. Otherwise, just use water to fill your hand with a cup with a water, and just bring your eye to it, immerse your eye in the water and blink it. And use your time to ensure that you blink your eyes more frequently. We have seen that people are not blinking their eyes as frequently as required, and that's a major reason of dryness of eye or computer vision syndrome. These are the basic uh, tips which we can do in our day-to-day life. And one thing that I would like to add, and I cannot emphasize this enough, but in the recent corona times, as I mentioned, conjunctivitis is one of the first or one of the most primary symptoms of corona. Again, not everyone suffering from conjunctivitis has corona, but it has been identified that many corona patients have had the complaint of conjunctivitis. So if you ever feel like there's redness, itching, burning, watering in your eyes, just go consult your ophthalmologist once.